Hello Aquarius, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting October 2nd, 2017. And a quick reminder for all of you Aquarian people out there, remember, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. So, what is going on with your astrology this week? Well, on Tuesday we've got Venus, planet of love and harmony and favor and affection, in your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, and intimacy, Virgo. And what's going to end up happening is that it's also forming a very strong trine to Pluto, currently in your 12th house of your past privacy, your privacy zone, your hidden zone. And there could actually be some old special opportunity coming to you from the past, either through a person from your past or just, you know, again, a situation sort of rebuilding itself. And this applies to all signs of the 8th house, whether it's an opportunity for an intimate encounter we've always wanted to give, to give a go, or perhaps even an opportunity financially to maybe actually get a self-employment opportunity off the ground, or even collect money that is actually in our name or owed to us. So there's definitely a stroke of good luck towards the beginning of the week there. On Thursday, we've got Venus and Mars conjunct in your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources and passive income, definitely getting stronger into the romance side of the 8th house this week. But it's very important to understand that this is one of those kinds of chemistries, or one of those kinds of romantic things where people do often kind of throw caution to the wind. This may be very, very fun, especially for those of you who are in relationships, who want to have that kind of connection with your sweetheart, who really want to have that unbridled passion unleashed. But if you're single, this could happen anyway. But, again, be smart about it. The thing about Venus and Mars coming together is the magnetism, the attraction is there. It's very, very strong. But at the same time, it's in the 8th house, so it's talking definitely more about, I guess you could say, more carnal things than, you know, more of a diversified relationship kind of spectrum. So it sets the bar really, really high in one area and one area only. So we want to keep this in context, but, you know, as long as you do that, you can have some fun. So what's going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Air Dragon. And the Air Dragon is talking about a need to pay attention to where everything needs to be looked at through a bit more of a logical and intellectual lens this week, okay? Even if it's an illogical situation, or it's more emotional, it's more whatever. The Air Dragon is talking about, again, keeping our heads in that situation itself. The Air Dragon can talk about a need for people to practice being able to articulate things that are typically ineffable. Or maybe actually put into words things, you know, and feelings that they have not spoken aloud. With the Air Dragon, this can actually a bit tough to do, because sometimes, you know, we go so long without talking about something we don't even know how to begin. But the reason it's important as well is that sometimes with the Air Dragon, it kind of points to, look, facts are facts, and sometimes they are more important than, you know, how we feel about the facts. And that's kind of the energy governing your week. And so, you know, no matter what comes your way, whatever emotional biases we have, maybe relationship biases, you know, sometimes, you know, people will change their ethics or their standards based on how they relate to another person. Got to be a little bit more cut and dry, you know, with that Air Dragon, a little bit more on the left brain logic side, just for this week. For your Earth sector, when it comes to work and finances, we do have the Justice card reversed. And, you know, it does look like there may actually be some kind of issue going on with fairness or fair execution of a plan of action or an initiative at the office this week. And the Justice card reversed can show up as a bit of a problem that could actually, you know, create a big rift between you and somebody you work with, or maybe even you and the company that you work with. Looking at this card, I do feel like this could actually be possibly somebody asking you to do something you feel to be immoral or unethical, hopefully not illegal, and it could actually be aimed at another person, you know, or you may be in a situation where somebody's asking you to betray another person. And it's going to be a tightrope to walk, but you can maintain your sense of fairness and honor in this, in spite of the fact that there is an overwhelming pressure to do the opposite, okay? So don't let yourself go to the dark side because somebody said, you know, they had a 20 on, you know, that's not what it's about. For your communications with air, we do have the Temperance card reversed. And the Temperance card reversed is talking about, again, when it comes to a friendship or a family relationship, the Temperance card reversed, you may be worrying a little bit about a friend or a relative who seems to have kind of fallen down the rabbit hole in a sense. So the Temperance card reversed, you may actually be worried about the way he or she is neglecting their health, or neglecting a relationship. And sometimes with the Temperance card reversed in this area, we're being asked to pay very, very close attention. We're watching somebody, someone we love, again, be the bad guy in their own situation, which is why I think we got the air dragon in the first place, because that's going to be hard to do. Some people will say, no, I'm on their side, I'll support them no matter what they do, unless they're doing something this potentially destructive. So, if you're watching a friend dig their own grave and they're about to have or a family member like sabotage their marriage or something, this is the week where you do need to intervene. And again, it's setting them straight. It's not about coddling or anything along those lines. They'll straighten out on their own. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Five of Pentacles upright. This is a week where I think that you are going to need to know when to ask and how to ask for backup, okay? And it's not saying that you're going to lose a whole bunch of stuff. It's just, with the Five of Pentacles, we may need some extra help, or we may need some extra backup or support because we've only got, so many hands. We've only got so much time in the day. And the Five of Pentacles can also talk about, take care of your physical health this week. Mind anything that could be going around the office. The Five of Pentacles upright in a very, very, specific, literal sense can often show where there is a, potential of a communicable illness going around, where the change of seasons, there could be a flu. So we want to make sure, again, that we're not, incapacitated in that respect. But also at the same time, with the Five of Pentacles, it's about knowing when to go and ask for assistance and allow somebody to do something for you you can't. And that can be a challenge, especially for, super independent Aquarian people. You're usually the generous ones. Let somebody be generous with you. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the King of Cups reversed. And with the King of Cups reversed, again, things seem to be going in a direction that feed more of a person's deepest, unfinished, or unprocessed emotions when it comes to new love. And, sometimes that can be kind of a trip, when we're, exploring a different avenue in our romance, or, we're trying out, all kinds of new ways to bond, exploring all kinds of dreams and fantasies together. But with the King of Cups reversed, we also want to be careful about how sometimes these things can have a psychological impact or bring a psychological thing up in either us or our partner. In this case, most likely the partner, though, especially if it's somebody new in your life. It may be a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Or if it's your partner, then it could just be, a phase that they're going through. Keep in mind where, if a personality starts to change, it's usually because something was, again, unearthed for this person to process. And we don't want to necessarily just make it all about the way we relate in the relationship, because this is a personal issue that somebody's having that does need to be explored in a way that's supportive of them to, again, finally process whatever life experience that it's doing for them, okay? So this could be maybe somebody says something, or again, we're on a hot date and somebody does something, or we're in, we're hanging out with friends and family, and one of them says something gets brought up, and it just kind of puts your partner in a spot where they're kind of hesitant to say the word, but I'll say it, triggered. There's something that needs to be unearthed here to be seen and figured out and processed and healed so it doesn't happen again, okay? Anyway, you'll be fine. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.